Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ten Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss raising limits, Durango, Paris, too many ferrets. We also touch on Tunica's dying, greedy bastards, cops, Mr. Pressit, the 10 Ton Trident, Morpheus, and Ed takes the red pill.
What you checking? What you checking? You checking.
I switched my microphone out because there was a slight high tick clip in it for so many episodes. It was bugging me. It's almost imperceptible. I do so many things to try to hide it. It would happen at the very end of sentences sometimes. There'd be like this click. You can hear it if you go back and listen. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, so I switched to my other mic, reset everything, plugged in the mixer into a different outlet, and unplugged everything else, and I think it's gone, which is nice. But I've got another question. Maybe you could help me. Solve it. Maybe you could help me solve it.
Let's solve it.
You know how much these audio issues drive me fucking crazy, dude.
You're way too much of a sound man, dude, but that's okay.
They drive me crazy.
We are an audio-only podcast.
Although a little short went up on Instagram.
It was hilarious. I loved it.
So this is what my current dilemma is. Bo's mic sounded better. Dice Coach's mic definitely sounded better. Improved. You have the same mic. Sounds great. I almost think you have a better mic.
Well, he's got more tenor in his voice than I do.
And he speaks with a low volume.
But you see those little green lights right there?
Yeah.
That's where you adjust your gain on this mic. You rub it. You rub your finger across those green lights. There is a mute button over there. There is a mute button on it.
So Bump John's microphone sounded great, and that was Bo's microphone, which was driving me crazy. So by process of, I don't know what it is it elimination? Process of giving the mic to someone else.
Of substitution.
Yes, process of substitution. I've realized that it's got to be something else. Dice Coach's mic does sound better, but there's still these things that no one would notice. You would notice it, but I actually have to edit certain things out that he says because it sometimes comes in crackly and low, like there's this noise.
I heard it the other night when we were recording.
Here's what I'm thinking when I'm editing this, besides getting angry, because I'm just getting more angry because of, you try to make it perfect and then it's not, and you're frustrated, and then I have to hear it, and it's stuff you can't use, which you want to use everything this guy says. So I'm thinking, does he have his phone on the table next to his computer? You know how sometimes that affects other electronics?
Yeah, like an airplane. He should put it in airplane mode. He should put it in podcast mode.
Yeah, exactly. Podcast mode. Or is it something else? He was like, I kept hitting the wire. That has nothing to do with it. Those are brand new wires that are connected to his computer. Or is it the internet in his house? I don't know.
That was my thought, was that he had it sounded like a digital skip to me.
Exactly. Great way to put it. Like this digital skip.
Yep.
I don't know what to do. I'm confused.
But that's the first time we've really had that issue.
Well, that was also kind of an issue with his other mic. He has an interesting voice. He speaks sometimes very low.
Yeah, and he's got a high, if he were a gospel singer, he'd probably sing tenor.
Oh, I don't know what tenor is. Tenor ton is number one.
Tenor, tenor.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not bass. That's not alto. I don't know.
Alto. Alto. My mother was an alto.
Alto.
Yes. Got soprano. You got alto.
The soprano.
You got a tenor. You got a tenor, and then you got a high tenor, and then you got bass.
That's pretty cool, man.
I know that stuff.
He's a tenor.
Got a lot of tenor in his voice.
Man, that is driving me crazy. I don't think you really know how much it drives me crazy, but it drives me crazy.
I don't know if there's a way to use that equalizer software maybe that came with the mic.
I don't think so. I think it's more than that. There's something else interfering.
I'm going to say you could boost the bass.
There's something else interfering. There's like a distortion to it. It is a mystery that we will solve eventually.
Every 10 episodes is going to be an issue.
So, Ed, this will be episode 92. Aren't you taking a trip?
Yeah, I'm going to Biloxi.
Nice, man. What's the plan? When are you leaving? It's a Halloween trip?
Yep, Halloween trip. Should be interesting.
You getting dressed up as anything?
No, but it'd be a good time to bet the dark side, wouldn't it?
I guess so, right? You could get dressed up as Burt Reynolds.
I could. I could take my
You
hat,
should.
shave my beard off, dye my mustache.
That'd be awesome, dude. That would be great.
I'll do that. I ain't gonna shave my beard off right now. Kind of gotten used to it.
Yeah, man.
But I could do Bert. I could do Bert.
I mean, are you going there just for a couple days? What's the plan?
Yeah, just a couple of nights. I'm gonna meet up with Aloha Johnny. We were doing a little work around there, getting ready for the event in January already, and we'll go play some craps.
Nice.
You know, nothing major going on. I'm not meeting up with a group or anybody. And everybody who's hearing this, I'll already be home by the time they hear it. So
True.
But then it'll be, it's November next week, coming into Thanksgiving.
Man, time flies when you've got a podcast.
We're closing in on 2 years, dude.
Jesus.
1 year, 10 months, basically.
Yeah, I just look at it as episodes.
This will be episode 92.
Episode 92 is we're recording right now.
So we're 8 away
from the big 100.
Yep.
This is a pretty brisk pace.
We should do something special for episode 100.
It'll be our final episode.
Probably. Sorry, we're done.
Don't you hate it?
That we're going to end it.
My God.
It's really sad. It's really sad that we're going to end the podcast at 100.
Everyone knows that I listen to the episodes by the time it's posted, I don't know, 10 times, right? So I've heard everything. But I got to tell you, man, there's something that cracks me up in there. There's two things. One, I wanted to comment because you made a very interesting point.
Oh.
I'll go to the funny one first, though.
All right.
When you were saying goodbye to Bump John, it was really funny. You need to go back and listen to it because you say,
good night, Bump. Did I say good night?
You said, good night, Bump John, right? And it reminded me.
The Waltons?
Yeah, oh, my God, dude. Totally. Wait, it was bugging me.
Good night, Bump John.
Where have I heard that before? Was there a TV show that had good night, Bump John on it?
John Boy.
Yeah.
Good night, John Boy.
It was John Boy. I was in the car in the parking lot and I was Googling. I'm like, good night, John Boy, right? I didn't know what the show was.
What's the Waltons?
It was the Waltons. They always say good night to everyone, but dude, that was so funny. Go back and listen to it.
I know.
Good night, Bump John.
Yeah, it was like good night, Grandpa. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. Blah blah blah. All the kids, and then good night, John Boy.
It's funny, man. Isn't that funny? You knew what I was talking about. Good night, Bump
I knew
John.
exactly what you're talking about. I noticed it when I listened to it yesterday.
Oh my God.
I did.
That is funny. That's funny that you noticed that too. All right. Besides some other little adventures that I had, you made a comment. You said you ever notice you can't throw a 7 when you want to. And I'm like, that is so true because I wanted to throw a 7 when I had parlayed my 3-way red up there. And I'm like, please let me throw a 7. And then you can't and then you said that it's true. When you want to throw a 7, you can't throw a 7. Why is that? It's a good observation.
It's just hard to do it. $5 bill is probably as good as anybody at throwing 7s, and he runs into deals where he'll throw a damn ATS before he can throw a 7.
Yeah, it's like the reverse problem that you have.
Yeah. I don't know why. It just seems that way. Confirmation bias, maybe.
But it's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've known a lot of people trying to throw 7s on the come out, and they throw an ace deuce or a 12. I mean, it's weird. It is weird. It's a funky business we're in there, Ten Ton.
Yeah, but I can also tell you how Bump John and I got our asses smacked back down to earth last night. You want to hear about that?
Last night?
Yeah, because I said in the car, I said, you know what, Bump John? That's for your 72 roller and then me just being so cocky on the podcast saying I was an elite player. That's what I get. That's the dice god smacking my ass down.
So what did you change as an elite player to get your ass beat?
Man, so I think this is a cautionary tale. Even for Mr. 72 roller, we walk back into Palms like we're big shots, Ed. Like we own the place. You're the valet guy. Here's some money. Leave it out front, buddy. Right?
Right.
Walk in there. First of all, Bump John actually did have a role in the teens. Bump John was like, this might have been the worst you've ever rolled, ever since I've been around you. I started off with, I think it was 4. Right? Let off with 4. But Bumchan was at a crapless table. So we did play the new long 14-foot.
Looks like a
Fuck.
long table on the video, dude.
It is long and
It might be. I mean, it almost looks like a 16-footer. It's so damn long on the video.
it is long. And I got talk about exact opposite of what you'd think you'd get. I mean, I'm not trying to throw a 7, but 4 rolls. I think my roll count went 4, 3, like a countdown to getting worse. 4, 3, and PSO. We were walking out going, yeah, that was, I think, the worst ever.
Well, I'd like to see. He keeps track of left and right. But what was your dominant 7?
4, 3. Both my dice were on axis using a hardway set.
You were a stick right?
Stick right.
You should have tried the baby bird.
I know. Maybe I should have. But I was like, it's time to leave.
Yeah. You're done. In fact, after 4 rolls, you're overdone.
In fact, maybe my one mistake was shooting that last time. But I already knew. I knew almost when I walked up there. I'm like, man, I don't want to shoot at this long table.
So why did you?
Because you know what? Because who knows? Give it a try. Let's try. I already know. I don't like long tables. Never have liked long tables. I don't feel comfortable even when I'm at stick right. Even when I'm right up there, I still don't feel comfortable. When I was shooting at Fountain Blue with Bull Gator and those tables are long, I did not feel comfortable. I felt like that extra footage, I honestly felt like I couldn't accurately hit a spot like a 12-footer. Feel like I can just kind of reach down.
Well, it is a longer toss, I mean, and you don't have any way to practice that toss.
I guess I could stand at the very end of my table, but fuck it. I don't like it. I don't like doing that.
Well, if you're going to play it, you need to practice it.
Yep. And I did not practice. Practice before you play?
Play after you practice.
Yeah. So I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And paid the price dearly.
Hard Rock has 2 14-foot tables and 2 12-foot tables. 14-footers are only open on the weekend. They can get more people on it and they can take more money.
Dude, you're so right. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, why do they have this fucking big ass table? And it's like, they're greedy bastards. That's why they're greedy bastards.
The same reason that Horseshoes got 2 14-foot tables. Because when they open them, they can put people on them and they can take their money.
I mean, I guess it's pretty smart.
Well, that's why we say don't play where you don't have an advantage.
I did not have an advantage. I didn't feel mentally that I had the advantage. I felt like that table had the advantage over me.
You know what I do on a 14-footer? I'm either going to be stick left 1, crowding the stick, or I'm going to back off down to about stick left 3. That's what I do.
And let them rip?
I just, toss the shit out of them. And you know pretty quick if you can have a good roll or not. And if you're not doing it, just get the heck off of there and go find a 12-footer to play.
We were recapping the horror show in the car, when we were on the way home. We're like, yeah, we should have just left even quicker.
Y'all probably should have left after 2 tosses because you weren't in it. You couldn't do it. You weren't in it. Wasn't working. You should leave. Now, that's the part of the problem playing at the Palms. I don't know how many tables they had open last night.
They had 2 tables, 6 tables available, only 2 open.
Now, the other thing you got to understand, from what I could see, at least all of the new tables and maybe all of the tables have been refelted.
That table had new felt. I'll go look.
So I don't like to play a newly felted table.
I know that about you. Give it a couple months, right?
You need to let that layout, that felt surface, settle in, get some play on it, get the underlayment crushed down just a little bit in areas, then play it. It's a very standard way to think about it, in my opinion. I mean, just stay away from the newly felted tables, if at all possible. My opinion. Sweet Rolls.
Yeah, what's up with Sweet Rolls?
She is killing it.
Oh, nice, dude.
She has posted in our Facebook group for Casino Tears. And if you're not in there, you should go in there. I'll let you in as soon as I verify you're a real human. She's killing it.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's a fun little community in a way because everybody's on the same page. There's nothing derogatory. Everybody's like, oh, well, I went and I did this, this, and this, or I went and I didn't have a great experience or whatever, but she's freaking killing it in South Florida.
Good.
She is killing it.
Nice. I'm actually going and meeting up with Jaybird. Yeah, so he's coming up here. We're going to meet tomorrow either at Paris, possibly Durango, or Palms.
Don't go to Durango.
Man, you want to hear about my trip to Durango?
You went on women's night, ladies' night.
Ladies' night, dude. Okay, so that was the plan. I really wanted to, but because we recorded so late, made dinner, I was too tired. Didn't even go out.
You skipped ladies' night?
Yeah, I was too tired, man. So I ended up going the next night, but there were still ladies there that night.
Okay.
Still a lot. It seems like there's a lot of ladies there in general. It was a Friday. And okay, this brings up a good point. Oh, I could talk to you about a couple things here.
All right, let's do it.
I ended up meeting a guy who is from the East Coast, Mr. Pressett.
Mr. Pressett.
He's friends with Sweet Lou.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think they're both cops, or they're coming from
I know
that
Sweet
vocation.
Lou was.
He was,
Yeah.
and then I think he might currently still be on the beat somewhere, man.
I don't know.
Ed. So I had a problem. I couldn't get a marker. Go to meet Mr. Pressett with Bump John. I'm like, oh my God, how many times does Caesars have problems? Seems like every time you go in there. So I go up to the window and I'm like, what's the problem? And they're like, oh, you have to re-sign your credit. I'm like, I've already done this year. So went through the paper, re-signed it, hassle.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, can I go play? And they're like, no, because it's not going to get approved by credit till tomorrow. And they're like, you can try to call your host right now and he can call an override. Okay, so I tried and I couldn't.
Couldn't find Rudy.
Nope. Rudy was nowhere. Although I might go have coffee with Rudy tomorrow. I go back to the table and Mr. Pressett was nice enough because he had that table all locked up. He procured the table. I was ready to go. I had stick right one. I had a little towel there ready, while I went to the cage.
Yeah.
Excited to shoot. And then I'm like, you know what? It's not meant to be. I didn't really have enough cash to play with. It is not meant to be. I'm not going to force it. I'll just sit here and just watch, be on the outside looking in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's what happened. And it reminded me of something, being in GTC. I wrote a little note down on the paper of what Dom said. And he said, I remember because I started because I thought it was funny. The biggest percentage or the main part about being an advantage player is knowing when to leave, right?
Right.
Or not playing or something like that. And I said, I'm an advantage player because I was making a joke. I am an advantage player right now because I'm not playing.
Yeah.
And we were watching Mr. Pressett shoot. I'm like, God, I wish there was a TV show and Ed and I can be doing color commentary for the TV
Wouldn't that be
show.
fun? Wouldn't that be fun?
I just wanted to start calling the game, right there, because man, Mr. Pressett, he has a very interesting grip. It's a grip I've never seen. You've probably seen it. His thumb, he's a righty shooting from stick left one. His thumb gets on the back cut edges. That's where he holds it from. And I tried doing it when I got home. That's difficult for me to get to. His thumb is on that. It was almost like a quasi Yuri grip thing.
Yeah.
Like half Yuri. Yeah, you would have known.
It's kind of hard to throw them that way, but something like that.
Yeah, it was really difficult for me to even control it, but he's solid, can hit the spot. Landing zone looked great. And I understand why he is called Mr. Pressett, man. That guy. Hey, that guy's a cop, man. He would have been, he's got a lead foot. Arrested it for speeding. He just goes across and up.
Does he ever take?
Yeah, I think he takes. Got that standard 54 and 10 that goes right up to 100. The next one he takes his 6 and 9. He goes up to 90. So yeah, he's got his own.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting because I was telling Bump John, I'm like, Bump John, can you count this roll right now? Because I can, because I know all of his presses. Just by the bet amounts, I can figure out he's hit that 6 twice, he's hit that 9 twice, he's hit the 4 once, he's hit the 10 once, and then he hasn't hit the 8. And then I said, no, look at the ATS. He's rolled it already like 16 times.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Reverse engineered his number. It was an equation, right? Given these crap numbers, given this, he's rolled 16 times.
It is a reverse equation.
Super nice guy. He's from my hometown in New Jersey.
Really?
Like right there. Usually when you mention a town called Bridgewater, people don't know where it is. I also joked with him. I said, Mr. Pressett, man, we should get you and Sweet Lou on the podcast. It'll be an episode of Cops. You ever watch that show? Cops? Isn't that funny? The 2 cops, dude.
Yeah.
And I asked him if he liked donuts too, which I think he does. Bad boys, bad boys.
What?
Right? Remember? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
A
right?
friend of mine, he was from Pittsburgh and he got pulled over and was getting a ticket. As soon as he rolled down the window and the cops looking in the window, he's got like a 6-year-old son in the background singing that song in the back seat. Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you?
That's a funny song, isn't it?
It is funny.
Once started thinking that, I couldn't get it off my mind, and every now and then I'll just start singing it. Bad boys. Yep.
Cop laughed and still gave the guy a ticket.
But Mr. Pressett was pretty cool. Do you think that there is a difference from, watching how
East Coast, New
yeah.
Jersey is strange play as far as what I'm used to. Yeah.
Oh, here's something else. He also, remember the question that came up? Someone left a question, levels of ATS, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15.
Yeah.
And you know how I said I'd never play a 15, 15, 15?
Yeah.
Mr. Pressett, 15, 15, 15, right? So all these things that I personally, it's not bad at all. I don't do any of those things. For example, like he presses up on one of his initial rolls. I'm pretty sure he presses sisters on the 5 and 9. Pretty sure he does that, which is something that I don't do. And I don't play like 15s on the bonus. But it's funny how people have their systems.
Yeah.
And everyone's play is slightly different. And then it got me thinking, is there an East Coast play?
Probably.
That you can almost define certain parts of an East Coast play?
And a lot of the East Coast play has a lot of center action too. So was he doing center action?
No, he wasn't too crazy, which I appreciated because I knew that going into it. I was expecting a lot of center action and he wasn't. I think he was covering, hard ways, covering all the bases, nothing crazy.
I've never bet a 15, 15, 15 ATS in my life either.
By the way, he hit it. Mr. Pressett hit it one time when I was there. And then after he texted me, he hit it again. Then he got back to AC, and I guess he just had a great winning. No wonder why he likes AC, man. He's texting me all these pictures of winnings.
Well, he lives there.
I guess everyone's partial.
Which casino does he like? Do you know?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know. I'd just be guessing. Maybe it's Harris.
I mean, I've only been to AC once, and I know there's definitely a Harris on the back bay.
Maybe that's it. I feel like maybe people are partial to their areas, like you love Biloxi. That's your proximity,
Yeah.
Maybe the East Coasters like AC more than Vegas.
Oh, I don't know if more, but I mean, that's where they play. And that's where I play. I keep contemplating, do I want to make a run up to Tunica or I just want to go back to Biloxi before the end of the year? But I hadn't decided because I used to play Tunica all the time. That's the only place I ever went for a long, long time. But Sam's Town just closed or it's closing in November. And so, Tunica's dying. I mean, there's two really good casinos that are busy. And as far as being busy, everything else is dwindling down to nothing.
Really?
Yep.
Tunica's dying?
It's beyond dying.
Really? It's on life support.
They're about to pull the plug. It's sad, but I think Biloxi has had a lot to do with that. They had that major flood on the Mississippi River, 15 years ago. Just call it 15 years ago. Just flooded. They're all floating. A lot of them are floating right there on the river, like Harrah's was floating on the river. That was when Harrah's was Harrah's. And there's 100 acres of casino or former casino spot plus all of these hotel rooms that were there. I mean, they had a kids arcade place. You could drop your kids off and go play. And all that's it's like a ghost town.
Yeah.
It's really weird. The resort, I don't think it's Resort World, but there's a resort something there. It's been closed forever. Sam's Town is closed. There's still the Hollywood, but it's only got one table. That's owned by Penn National. They also own one called First Jackpot, which isn't far from, but you got to drive to it from Horseshoe. And it's only got one or two tables, probably. And it's a Penn National owned facility. The Fitz used to be the Fitzgerald. The Fitz is there.
Dude. And the wreck of the Edmonds Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Who
Gordon
sang
Lightfoot.
That? Oh, yeah.
Gordon Lightfoot.
That's cool, man. That's a cool little guitar line in the beginning.
Nobody could sing a story like Gordon Lightfoot.
Not to be confused with Gordon Leadfoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys would pull him over.
Yeah, so Tunica's really, really thinned out. I mean, the Fitz only's got one little small table. Part of it's COVID. I think part of it was COVID, but I mean, a lot of it had to do with that flood back then. Like Harrah's is totally gone. Harrah's reopened for a short period of time, but then when Harrah's got bought by Caesar's Properties, the gaming commission said you got too many in the state or whatever. So they ended up closing it. And it was a magnificent property. I stayed there one
Man,
time. It was, man, they probably had 4 or 5 30-story hotel rooms out there across the street. Then they had that big, like I said, a big arcade area for the kids. And, it didn't cost you anything to leave them in there.
is that sort of like Mississippi's Reno?
It's worse than Reno now. I mean, there was a time
Oh
that,
man, really? It's
yeah,
worse than Reno?
it's probably worse.
I don't want to go.
It's close to Laughlin now, if you
Oh
want to know
my
the truth.
God, no. No, I have horrible
Um,
memories of Laughlin.
but there was a time that Tunica was the busiest casino town anywhere besides Las Vegas. Busier than Atlantic City. I mean, junkets were flying in there. They had a little airport built out there. I mean, it was just tons and tons of business. What are you looking at?
And I was just thinking about so long ago in Laughlin. My memory of Laughlin was I went there with my girlfriend and I was so happy. I'm just going to really abbreviate the story to the very end. I left her in Laughlin and I was driving home without her, and it was the best ride of my life. I could not get out of there fast enough and just left her there.
Yeah.
Could not wait to get back to LA and left her ass there, man.
Yeah. I mean, I get offers from Caesars all the time to fly to Laughlin like everybody else does. If I flew to Laughlin, I'd go check in, go play a little bit, go rent a car, and drive to Las Vegas. I mean, that'd be the thing to do.
So there was this guy on the table when I was watching Mr. Pressett shoot. I was telling Bump John, because Bump John and I, we were like two guys in the booth, you know?
Yeah.
I was just having these talks to him. I wish I had a mic on me, right? I'm like, look at that guy. I said, that guy over there, that guy is a ferret at the table. I said, that's a definition of a ferret. You see him scurrying to the other table? That guy's like back and forth between the two tables, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the ferret, he comes up, Mr. Pressett, he was on a good roll. This is the weirdest thing. He throws it, and the guy who had just ferreted over to the side of the table pointed at the dice and yelled, "Hey, everyone, this is 10 Ton. And don't you hate it when we end the show like that? Right when you're getting into it, you're invested in the combo, and then bam, out of nowhere, we just leave you hanging." If you're on our Patreon page, though, you get the full episode along with some show notes. Hope to see you there. And of course, new episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. Let me repeat that. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.